Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Project Auto YouTube channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. And in today's video, as you can see, we are here with the 2011 Ford Explorer once again, making another video. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to bring back some of the color back into your paint. If it started to oxidize or fade, or it just hasn't been taken care of and washed regularly. I'm going to show you how to try to bring that paint back as best as I can, as best as I know. I'm sure there's other methods out there that work a little bit better, but I want to show you that you can do this with some very simple products and a very simple process to at least bring it back to what it should be. So that's what we're going to show you guys today. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so this is probably going to be a little bit hard to show on camera, but I'm going to do the best that I can. Something like this, I'll leave that for another video. I'll show you how to take care of stuff like that in another video. But if you guys remember when we first picked up this vehicle and we revealed it and we did the video on it, if you remember, the entire back portion of the vehicle here was just really faded. It had like rust spots on it where it had been oxidizing, and the iron particles had just been sitting on this paint, and it was just chewing it up over the years. And the previous owners, I believe, did not take care of this vehicle the way they should have. And if you can kind of see when we get closer, you can still see up underneath the glass here, like the orange spots right there from where all the dirt has just been sitting there over the years. So we still have to do the little fine details here to get that cleaned back up. But what I'm going to show you today is how to bring this paint back to white, the way it should be. And if you can kind of tell a difference here, this entire back section has been done along with this panel right here, going up and over, and you can actually see where I left a little bit of the product behind. What to clean that up. But all of that has been done, and I'm going to kind of show you here. It's going to be hard on camera to tell. The door has not been done yet, and if we get really close, you might be able to see some of the streaks in the paint where it's whiter than the other parts, and it's starting to get like a cream color to it. So I'm going to show you guys a real simple step to bring this back to the way it should be. It's not going to be 100% perfect. It's not like a total professional process, but it's something that you guys could do at home inexpensively yourself without any special tools or sanders or electronic power buffing tools and all that stuff. You won't need any of that. This is something that you can do at home very inexpensively by hand. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what we'll be using in this video. Alrighty guys, so all you're going to need is a applicator pad. You can get these at Walmart, Amazon, whatever, for a couple of bucks. Not that expensive. Some microfiber or terry cloths as well. And then the only product that we're going to be using in this video is this Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. So as it says here, it cuts as fast as harsh abrasives, obsolete traditional compounds for color and clarity. And as you can see on the bottle here, it shows you before and after. So this is paint that's not been treated, not been taken care of, and this is after. Of course, there's instructions on the back. I'll go ahead and pause the video here. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. But this is all we're going to be using to show you guys how to get this done. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is make sure you wash the vehicle, get it dry, get all that loose dirt off of the vehicle first. We've already done that. This thing's ready to go. And then all you're going to do is we're just going to get our applicator pad here, get us some of that compound. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over and use the other side. There we go. You don't need a lot. Just get you enough on here. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to come over to your paint, and you're going to go in circular motions and just spread it around. In a nice thin, even layer. So just spread it around like that, and to show you guys how well this works, I'm actually going to get some tape here. Alrighty, so I've just got some painter's tape here. We've already applied a thin layer to this area right here, and I'm going to show you guys the difference here. So all you have to do is you just wipe it on, let it dry to a haze. You'll be able to tell by touching it, and you'll tell that it's dry. And you'll take one of those microfiber towels and just buff it off by hand. So let's go ahead and wait for that to dry, and we'll buff it right off. Alrighty guys, so while that's drying for just a moment to a haze, let's go ahead and I'm going to talk to you about a couple things. So you can do this as many times as you want. Like I said, it's never going to come out 100% perfect, I don't believe. It did come out very, very well on this back quarter panel, as you can see. I mean, there's no obvious issues with the paint. Now, of course, this is all going to depend on the severity of your paint. So if your paint is in really bad shape, or if it's just been really, really, really neglected over the years, again, this is not going to be 100%, but this is a good way to bring back a lot of that natural shine and to bring out some of that fading and that oxidization, which you can actually see in here. If you can see this on camera, it's like a yellowy, creamy color instead of that white pearl that it's supposed to be. You can do this as many times as you want. Obviously, just read the back of the bottle. This stuff works really well. But yeah, like I said, it's not going to be 100% perfect, but this is definitely something to help bring back some of that shine. So let's go ahead and let this dry for just a moment, and then we'll get to buffing it off, and we'll show you guys the difference. We'll pull off that piece of tape. Now, if you guys remember as well from that original video we did with this vehicle when we first picked it up, the glass kind of had like a oxidization, rusty kind of look to it. It just did not look clean, and no matter how much Windex or anything I used, it just did not come to where it should have been, even on these black panels here. Well, again, that polishing compound actually worked for the glass as well. Now, it doesn't say on the bottle to use for glass, but I did, and these were my results that came back to where it should have been. And then obviously you just use Windex to keep it clean after that. So I'm just warning you, if you do decide to use it on glass, these were my results, but I'm not recommending it, and I'm not responsible for any, misuse of the product, but it did work for me. Alrighty guys, so it looks like this is pretty dry. You'll be able to touch it and you'll just know when it's dry to a haze. So what you want to do now is just take the clean end of your terry cloth or microfiber, whichever. It recommends terry cloth, so that's what we're using here. And you're just gonna simply buff it right off. And you want to make sure you get everything off. You don't want to leave anything behind. And you'll just want to go back and forth and just simply clean everything off. Now again, it may not come out 100% perfect the first time, so you may have to do a couple applications just depending on the severity of your paint. And as you can tell here on the towel, it's getting kind of dirty, so we're going to go ahead and flip it over, and we'll use this clean side just to go back over it again. And as you can see, there's that. So let's go ahead and take off the tape here carefully. Okay, so it's not as noticeable as I thought it would be, but if you guys can kind of see, I know this may not come out on camera too well, but this side, right on the other side of my hand there, is where the untreated section is. You can see the line right there. So you can see a lot more clarity, a lot more color, and it's taking out a lot of those blemishes and scratches and swirl marks and stuff like this. So, like I said, and obviously the difference is going to depend on the color of your paint. We'll step back a little bit and see if you guys can see that. But it did bring back a lot of the color. You can even see down here as well. It takes away a lot of that oxidization. But again, you might have to do a couple applications, but that just goes to show you. Let's go ahead and wipe off this door real quick here. I went ahead and did this while we was waiting on that side to dry. Now, like I said, you'll want to make sure you get everything off. So it might always be a good idea to have a couple rags, just so you can make sure you get everything off, because you don't want to leave anything behind. And as you can see, there's a lot of that dirt that's coming off there. All the contaminants that have been stuck on this paint for so many years, and the previous owner did not take care of the vehicle the way they should have. So there you have it. Alrighty guys, well that's going to do us for this video. I hope you enjoyed. That was just a quick tutorial to show you, and actually you might even be able to see from here the difference in the paint. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments below. Like I said, again, this may take some time. Obviously doing it by hand does take a little bit longer, but for those of you like myself that don't have buffers and all that stuff, this is one way to start bringing back a lot of the shine in your paint. So be sure to subscribe, make sure you like the video, leave a comment below, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.